It's recording.
Whoop, whoop.
What's going on, man? I went with the Faygo red pop.
I see that.
Should say red soda.
It should not. It's fucking pop.
It was $1.09. I stopped at the Rite Aid.
Nice.
I was down, stopped there, grabbed something to drink, just got off work. Just waiting to check out.
Yeah.
Two older couple. Old.
Okay.
They're checked out, they're paid,
mm-hmm.
and they look and they see the cigarettes and they have like the prices listed and they go, wow, cigarettes have gotten expensive. And they start having a conversation with how expensive. So he's like, when I quit, it was $1 a pack. It's like,
when did you quit?
Yeah. And she goes, well, I used to smoke these. How much are those? Well, they don't even make those anymore. I'm like, neither of you guys smoke right now. I'm trying to check out. You're only one register is open.
Yeah, I have to pay $1.09. Can I just leave?
Can I just throw some change?
Called making it hail.
It was probably more than $1.09 because I didn't have, it was at Rite Aid, so I don't have a Rite Aid card.
Yeah.
So
$1.20.
It's $1.20.
I don't know if you should have bought it.
You get you get 12 cents off if you let us call you and email you all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, just got off work, ran right over here and started recording, so I'm having a pretty good day.
Pretty good day.
Yeah.
This is going to have to be a quickie. It's actually a Tuesday. It's probably still not going to come out until Thursday, though.
That's good. Keep our days
try
even.
To keep it on the day.
Yeah.
But because you're heading out of town.
Out of town, out of state, out of mind.
Out of state to warm weather.
Warm weather.
Cold as shit here right now.
Yeah. It's, what does it feel like 20 outside?
About 22.
About 22, and it's going to be like 75 and 80 when I'm in Florida in a couple of days. So
shirts off.
Always.
Yeah.
Yeah, going for a buddy's wedding, and we were talking in a group message of, what are you bringing to wear? And I was like, I don't plan on wearing a shirt for the 4 days we're down there until the ceremony. So
you got to wear a jacket?
No, it's a.
Oh, it's good, like a casual.
Yeah.
Tank top.
I was going to say,
if you're wearing a jacket, you still don't need a shirt.
No, exactly. I think what the clean look would be is the vest with no shirt.
Yeah.
It's a clean look.
That is a casual kind of, since you're going south, like beach type wedding. I feel for a guy, I mean, really just as long as your nipples are covered.
You're good?
I feel like you're good.
I feel like that's good for girls, too.
Yeah.
I mean. Yeah.
Well, no. I mean,
nipples out?
They don't have to. They can go nips out.
Nips out.
Just like Instagram.
Yeah.
Hashtag free the nip.
Free the nip.
Man, I don't think they're ever going to do that. But
no.
I feel like your buddy should be okay if your nipples are covered.
I think so. I don't know why they wouldn't.
I think he'd laugh.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, if it gets a laugh, it's worth doing.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way I like to live my life.
Did you get some tearaway pants and then maybe a Speedo under?
You know what?
And then just rip it?
I really want a pair of the tearaway pants just for dramatic moments.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just for a dramatic moment to make the moment better. Like, oh no, so-and-so had a heart attack. Nope, tearaway pants. I start dancing. Yeah. It makes the whole time better.
Tell me a problem tearaway pants don't solve.
Exactly.
And it's upsetting that you don't see a lot of them in basketball anymore.
I know.
They just wear, most of them don't even wear, they just come out in their shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Used to be the warm-up gear.
Yeah.
You had the jacket and the tearaway pants and they were cool as shit.
Yeah.
And now it's like, all right, we just come out in our shorts and here's a t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think I had tearaway pants as a freshman, but once you tore them apart, you know how fucking time consuming it was to snap all the buttons back together?
I understand, but usually you're not putting them back on.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
I mean.
But, no, I mean, I had, I want to say I was in junior high and they made it to where you could get those and I got one for Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas. It was Orlando Magic.
Nice.
It had tearaway pants stuff.
Cool.
Obviously, I'm wearing that to school.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, people are going to rip those.
Yeah.
That turned out to be an issue.
Yeah, I had a pair when I was a kid also, and I was advised to wear shorts underneath them. And just in case they...
Please try not to expose yourself.
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
They ripped them away.
Jimmy Fucknuts tore them off and
I mean,
and then he laughed at my wiener.
I mean,
maybe he shouldn't free ball.
Yeah.
In the
what an unfortunate last name. Fuck nuts. That is
Terry
a terrible,
Fucknuts, man.
That's a terrible last
or Jimmy.
name.
Well, Terry's his sister. Jimmy is
with an I or a Y?
Oh, it's with an I.
Okay. Yeah, she's freaking.
Can't have a last name of Fucknuts and have it spelled with a Y. It's got to be with an I. Terry Fucknuts and Jimmy. Schleppo is the youngest.
He's not right.
Yeah, he's a fucknut.
Yeah, he is. Those fucknuts.
Yeah, it's always. It seems like such a good idea wearing those, and then you realize, junior high kids. Even if you're in high school.
Yeah.
If you're senior in high school, somebody will rip your pants off.
Oh yeah, I wore them, and I remember this specifically. I wore them. I was like 5th or 6th grade, and I thought they were super cool, until we went outside for recess in the winter.
Oh
yeah, a lot of breeze going through my legs, and I just shivered my ass off. God damn, it's cold. I shouldn't have wore these breakaway pants.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I don't need a coat either.
Yeah.
But even to think about that nowadays, of going to school in a full-on NBA Orlando Magic warm-ups.
Were you the coolest kid in school?
No,
okay.
I was very unpopular. Had, almost as many friends as now, 3, 4, I always like to keep that tight.
Yeah, keep your circle tight.
Yeah, keep that circle tight.
Yeah.
Phone doesn't ring all that much. It's nice and pleasant and quiet.
Mm-hmm.
That's
the way to be.
It's a way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, it's only been a few days since we've seen each other. Not a whole lot's went on.
Just a fisting.
Yeah,
that occurred on Saturday afternoon around noon in Ann Arbor.
I don't know what.
Well, I retract my statement from last week. I said it was going to be close.
Oh, I said it was going to be a blowout, didn't I?
Yeah.
I think I was right. I wonder how close, because we put numbers on it. I think I was pretty close to how many Ohio State would score.
Yeah, I was closer to how many Michigan. I remember because I wrote it down after we were done. I said 38-27 Ohio State.
Because I think, that's probably a good idea to write that stuff down so we can, bring that back up.
Yeah.
What they call in the business a callback.
Yeah. Good. Good vocab word.
I think I was in that 45 number. I think
I want to say it was.
But I didn't think, I thought maybe 17 or something like that is what I said.
You're right.
Like 45-17 or something.
Yeah.
So pretty close because, Ohio State, they looked okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't, it wasn't anything that was like, boy, they're really good.
Mm-hmm.
Offense looked good. J.K. Dobbins is a
fucking man.
Crazy. Defense, that's a little scary.
Shaky.
That's a little scary.
Yeah.
Those last year, the linebacker issues was a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was kind of exposed.
Yeah, it was exposed because Michigan, they honestly had a pretty good game plan coming out.
Absolutely.
They were going to match you one-on-one with their tight ends and running backs, and they were going to throw it to them.
Yeah.
And so, when you got slow guys covering fast guys, that's a bit of an issue on defense. And I think that they had a good game plan. They just couldn't score. How many times did they get inside the 20 and just shit down their leg?
I think my favorite, I think it was on Twitter. So my favorite tweet that I seen, it was from some writer, was down 2 scores. Jim Harbaugh kicks a field goal to make it a 2-score game.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Jim?
Uh-huh.
You've really not stopped Ohio State's offense at this point in time because you're in this, that was
third quarter.
Deep into the third quarter.
Yeah.
Wasn't even early.
No, it was
what are you doing? Because they've scored on almost every possession.
Yeah. You may want to go for points here.
Yeah.
For a touchdown, not just a field goal.
But that was kind of what I expected. I didn't expect Michigan to score that much, but I didn't expect much from them.
Yeah.
Their first half is what was the shocking.
Mm-hmm.
The second half is what I expected.
Yeah, we expected.
But defensive-wise for Ohio State,
well, pass rush was just non-existent.
Not there.
Don't get me wrong. They spent a lot of people trying to chip, double team Chase Young, which you have to, or you're not 100%. Game planning. You have to, or you're just not a smart offensive coordinator.
My issue is that somebody else should have freed up there, and that didn't happen.
That didn't happen
now
at all.
They did. He got the ball out quick.
Yeah.
They weren't throwing deep routes and stuff like that. It was in and out, but just
you want, from all the hype you just expected more, I think, of, you know what I'm saying, the rushmen and all that. Not that they're not good or anything like that, but when it's that game and it's the biggest game on your schedule, you want them to, to show out. I think there was only 2 sacks anyway.
Yeah.
And Chase Young didn't have any of them. I think it was the defensive tackles,
I don't know
right?
that Chase Young had a tackle.
He may not have.
And I think he hit Patterson once.
Yeah.
That was about it.
Uh-huh. I mean, they did a good job. I mean, if they were like, okay, we're going to let other people beat us, not Chase Young. I mean, they did that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one thing they got.
Now, I will say this. Now, I don't think there's any way Justin Fields could win a Heisman.
Yeah.
Because Joe Burrow, I think, just has that thing locked up.
Yeah, I think so.
But Fields, that might be the only Heisman moment we've seen.
With the coming back from injury.
First play back in, knee brace,
touchdown.
Rolling. Amazing pass, touchdown. That's about the only Heisman moment I've seen this year.
Yeah.
Because I don't know that Joe Burrow's had one. Because he's just been good.
Yeah,
he's just
consistently,
been good.
yeah.
Hadn't been any of those heroic type, moment. And not that was a heroic moment, but it was a cool moment.
Yeah.
But that might be the only one that there is.
Yeah. And I was incredibly impressed with the offensive line.
Yeah.
I mean, they just fucking pushed people all over the place. I mean, there were holes everywhere.
And I think Michigan's defensive line is so small.
Yeah, that's what Platt was talking about on that their biggest guy was like 280 pounds. Like, that's not even typical Michigan defensive line.
I mean, that's okay, 280 if you're an end and you're a speed guy.
Yeah, but you got to have some 300-pounders.
Somebody's got to be something.
Yeah, what Ohio State's inside 3 center and the 2 guards are 310 plus.
Oh yeah,
and they're just moving dudes.
What do they average? Like 6'5", 315,
I think. Yeah, something like that. I mean, that's a big offensive line.
I mean, that's Wisconsin-esque numbers because Wisconsin's line is always that.
Yeah,
but I think coming true to kind of what we talked about last week of what do you do with Don Brown? Because they're not firing Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh's fine.
Yeah.
And I make a huge argument. We've made this argument years ago. Jim Harbaugh's doing a good job.
Yeah. I mean, he just hasn't beaten Ohio State.
No.
That's it.
No. He's not great in bowl games, but if he wins it, it's another 10-win season. There's nothing wrong with that because you're not, repeat this again, Michigan is not a major program when it comes to college football. They're just not. I think what they say, they have 1.5 national championships in the last 40 years or 60 years or
something like that.
And they a lot of people tout that, well, we got this many wins and we got of like,
that was the 50s.
Most of not even that.
Yeah.
Most of their stuff comes from pre-1920s.
Yeah.
We still lead the
all-time wins, right?
All-time wins. And the head-to-head with Ohio State is like, yeah, but if you clock that since like 1920 to present, I think Ohio State has it. I mean, it's not, it's fake numbers.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know where they go. I think defensively, at the end of the day, they just have better players than you. I mean, when you have, and guess what? 3 of the top 11 wide receivers in next year's class are coming to Ohio State.
Yeah.
So
you're gonna
good luck.
You got to change something. I mean, I honestly, you change the coach because you've already changed scheme.
Yeah.
You've already went from man to zone. You've already tried to do different blitzes and stuff like that. Now it's time for the change of coaches.
Yeah.
It just is. After however many years he's been there, you've given up. Points. When you lose big.
Real big.
And so if you lose 2 games a year by 14, those 2 games you lose by 14, that's not bad. I mean, that can go either way. That you know what I'm saying? That's not bad for but you look at this year Ohio State, you look at Wisconsin doing that to them. Is it now the Wisconsin game we all said was Michigan not tackling well. Obviously their defensive line's small, and Wisconsin just doing what Wisconsin does. Now, is it you going back? Is it are they tackling bad because of they don't work on it? Is it that's coaching, or if they are they recruiting the right guys? Or are they spending too much time because everybody's bitching about how their offense is bad? Are they spending enough time recruiting defensive guys? So.
Well, it's one of those things of they've played against two teams that have a good offensive line and that have a quality running back and got torched in both of them.
Yeah.
Because I know Dobbins had more yards than Taylor.
Yeah.
But, Taylor was hurting that. He had 140 yards in the first half and then,
one out.
Was out for almost 2 quarters or whatever. He didn't play much after that.
I don't even, I know they lost, so obviously you got to count it as a loss, but they should have won the fucking Penn State game.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you don't shit the bed, if you don't play press coverage against Penn State's fast guys.
What are you doing?
You win that game.
And that was the deal, too, that's the Don Brown thing of you put in this bracket coverage, but when you played a really talented team and they had one guy that's faster than almost anybody in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Aside from the guy at Purdue, but he's been hurt all year. Press coverage with a safety.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not good.
Hey, man, what are we doing? Feel free to if you throw some zone out there, because the one thing Penn State showed in that game is they could not sustain a drive.
Yeah, it was either big play or nothing.
60-yard touchdown or we're punting.
Yeah.
So that at some point in time.
Yeah, and I do think he's gone. Personally, I think they have to fire him.
I don't think you have a choice.
Yeah, exactly. I think you have to fire him if you want to make a stance or make a change. You got to fire him. Names that could pop up. I think it's a step down, maybe not in pay, but in rank. You got Mel Tucker over in Colorado, the defensive guy. He's Colorado's head coach.
Yeah.
He was a defensive coordinator in the NFL and a couple other places in college.
Yeah, he needs to leave Colorado because
they're
you're
bad.
Getting fired.
Exactly.
At some point.
At some point in time. So you're not, your next job isn't coming from Colorado. It's going and being a good defensive coordinator at Michigan and then getting your next head coaching job. So, that's a name on the radar.
But, it's one of those things too. I don't really care who the coach is. You better be able to recruit defensive players.
Yeah.
If you don't have a stud recruiter, you're not competing in college football.
Yeah.
And I don't think Don Brown is a recruiter. I don't think he's known for being a recruiter.
He doesn't even seem like a personable guy.
No.
You know what I mean? Like he looks like an angry elf.
You kind of want to say the way he looks, and the camera kept cutting to him at the wrong time.
Yeah, he was.
At the wrong time.
Looked like he was throwing a temper tantrum.
Hey, Don, maybe go up into the booth, man. Maybe sideline work isn't for you.
Yeah.
Maybe get a better look.
It looked like he was throwing a temper tantrum a lot of the time. Granted, their camera was pinning on him when Ohio State would score.
Yeah.
Obviously he's pissed off, but it just looked like he was throwing his hands. You know what I'm saying? And laying on his stomach and kicking the ground.
And I did like, because I always go to Twitter after big games and just read what people are saying. It's shocking how many Michigan fans are like, well, the ref screwed us over, and it's like you got blown out, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, that pass interference that one time is not going to create 3 more touchdowns.
Yeah, that like the big one of you jumped off sides on a 4th and 4.
Yeah,
on a cadence for a punt, and a punt from the 50-yard line, you're not returning it.
No,
it's not happening. And it didn't look like you had a block on.
No.
So what are you doing?
Yeah, that's not fucking paying attention. It's stupid.
And then touchdown.
Yeah.
But the one thing that brings in is on the Ohio State side going forward is you put Ohio State is crazy good, but you better put a pin in that Clemson game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Clemson jump up and beat Ohio State.
Oh, for sure.
That's...
Yeah, 100%.
I wouldn't think much from LSU. Any given day, it can happen when you get teams that are of that caliber. But Clemson's a team that they can...
They're scary.
They're going to watch that Michigan game go...
They're scary.
Uh-oh.
They have better coaches than Michigan does.
Yep.
So they're going to... They're
better
finding,
players.
Yeah, and they're finding that mismatch.
Yeah.
And they're just going to fucking take advantage of it. I hope
ETN on a linebacker catching balls all day.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's what it is.
Yeah, and that's one thing that worries me is getting Clemson. And as of right now, if everybody wins out, we'd play Clemson in the national championship.
Yeah,
So and and I think I hate to say it, but I think they beat LSU because LSU can't fucking stop anybody.
No.
If they would play. If everybody wins out, they beat LSU for sure.
Oh, I think you can probably make argument that Clemson's the number one team in the country.
You can make that argument. That's what I mean.
They just,
yes.
the ACC sucks, and since that is so bad, everybody forgot about them. Hey, they've won a couple national championships in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
That kid just won one. He's a sophomore now, starting to look really good.
Yeah. And
Dabo has that, everybody's disrespecting us.
That pissed off attitude.
What it should be a Heisman caliber quarterback, a Heisman caliber running back.
Yeah.
Now, I know they lost some defensive line, but it's Clemson. They always have guys.
But you got two awesome receivers, too, and whatever their names are.
I think everybody just hangs it on that North Carolina thing.
Yeah.
No, they can't do anything.
Yeah.
No.
Can.
If you told me today that fast forward and Clemson won the national championship, I wouldn't be shocked.
No.
I mean,
no.
But in the way that everybody just they don't even get talked about. They're number 3. That's it.
Yeah, I know.
Of they're really good.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
I mean,
I know they don't play. They play shit.
Next year's number 1 pick is in that game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a no doubt.
They're scary. Who's that 4th team?
Well, I think the best case scenario would be Georgia beats LSU in a tight one.
Okay. And that way Georgia gets in?
Georgia and LSU get in.
Yeah. I
think, now we'll see what happens. Something falling out of nowhere. Must be a ghost in here.
Yeah.
But it'd be interesting. I think if Utah wins that, I think Utah gets in.
I think that too, and I don't want them to.
I don't either, but...
You know what I'm saying?
I
How
don't
many
think
fucking people are going to tune in for the goddamn
just
Utah
hadn't
game?
done anything.
What if they beat Baylor again by a lot?
What if Baylor comes and beats them by a lot?
Then Oklahoma's fucking out.
Well, I understand that. Baylor's number 9.
Yeah.
And they avenged their only loss, which is what they...
Yes, which is what
what Oklahoma used last year to get in.
Yeah. So that's... Fuck. Who knows? I think they put Utah in.
I do too. But I would love to see that happen.
Who's Utah's one loss?
I don't know.
Is it Oregon?
Might be USC.
It might be USC.
Because I think USC went on a little wrecking crew of they knocked some people off.
Okay.
But I would think it'd be interesting because if Baylor blows out Oklahoma this week.
Yeah, and then how they react to it.
And then say, well, now how are you guys doing this stuff? Because last year when Oklahoma did that and avenged their loss, you put them in. One loss, Big 12 champion.
Yeah.
Well, now how come this isn't, you know?
And
I don't even know who Utah plays.
Oregon
might beat them.
They could.
I honestly, I think Oregon will beat them.
Okay.
And I know nothing about that team because they come on at 3:00 in the morning.
They did lose the USC.
Yeah, I thought that's what it was.
Yeah. Let's say that
I'm going to say they throw the Pac-12 a bone. That's just kind of the
okay. That was my
kind
next,
of the way I feel.
That was my next topic. Let's say that Baylor does beat Oklahoma by a shitload. Utah does lose. Which conference are they saying is better? Are they saying that the Pac-12 is better, or are they saying that the Big 12 is better?
You're saying Utah loses?
Yeah. Are they going to put Oregon in?
Oh, no.
Not even a little bit?
No.
And Oklahoma loses?
You put Baylor in. Or you put the second SEC team in.
Okay. All right.
If Oklahoma loses...
What if Georgia loses?
And Utah loses, and Georgia loses, which is all...
Very possible.
Possible.
Yeah.
If all three of those things happen, Baylor goes. I think
Baylor goes?
Well, because who else is there? Because Alabama's going to fall out.
Yeah.
Nobody else has just one loss.
Yeah.
And Baylor be a conference champion, Big 12, one loss. I mean, it's a story you can sell.
Yeah. I agree. I'm just bantering.
That would be the year. If Penn State only has that one loss, that a second Big Ten school would get in.
Yeah.
Because with Alabama getting beat this last week, they're done. I mean, you can't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I bet they'll be in the conversation though. I bet
Alabama?
I bet they don't fall far enough.
I bet they go 7th.
Yeah.
7th, 8th.
Maybe 9.
Yeah, no lower than 9.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll be in the top 10.
Yeah, for sure.
That was I'm going to tell you what, I thought Alabama would win that game, but I'm not shocked that Auburn did.
Yeah.
That, obviously you throw 2 pick sixes and you lose by 3. But I find it interesting at the end of that first half how they dicked that around. There's no way Auburn can kick a field goal.
Yes.
Unless they put that in review.
Yeah.
And they put it in review and win by 3 points and get that field goal.
Yeah.
That is so shitty.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, now I understand Saban went nuts and he should have. I don't care if there's a second left.
Yeah.
You just can't do it.
No.
You can't even clock the ball because by the time they set it, everybody's not set.
Yeah.
It's just
it's shitty. It is. Did you hear Malzahn's post-game interview?
No.
About the 12 men on the field? Did you see that play? It's 4th down.
Oh, it was at the end of the game?
At the end of the game. Did you hear his explanation on it?
No.
He goes, so our offense is out there, but one of the receivers is our punter.
Yeah.
He goes, so our Alabama runs their punt team on, thinking that we're going to punt the ball.
Oh.
We shift and go back to, our offense, and they shift and start running guys out. Oh, they forgot about their punt returner.
Who's just stood back there.
And that's how they got their 12 guys on the field. And the way he explained it, it seemed like that was something that they wanted to do.
They worked on
to try to, not just against Alabama, but anybody, but that's fucking smart.
Absolutely.
That's fucking smart as hell to think that way. I mean, that only works against really good head coaches you're playing against.
Yeah.
Because only really good head coaches notice that something's going on.
Different.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, then you're going to run in and out.
Yeah.
Against a shitty team, that doesn't work because you're just like, okay, let them fucking punt it. We'll keep our guys in,
Yeah.
So.
Because that was one of those things, too, of like, even as a good head coach a really good head coach that starts shifting people in and out of, hey, those are Alabama players on the field. They're never going for this 4th down.
No.
Never.
Yeah.
Because if you don't get it, you're fired.
Yeah, exactly.
Because now you probably end up losing the game. Although Alabama can't kick field goals, save their lives.
No, never have been.
But the fact of like, well, we better get the defense in. They're going to go for it.
Yeah.
No, they're on the 30.
Yeah. Let's hope they go for it.
Yeah, they do.
I'm going to keep my defense in, and when they punt it, just send a safety back.
37 shifts and then run the ball off center.
Yeah.
I mean, that because Auburn's off with it.
Yeah.
We'll call it the spread. That's not really.
No.
I like that.
But he saved his job.
I think he did too.
I do.
I've been calling that all year that he's getting fired, but I think he should leave.
I do too.
Just because you get fired next year.
But he's not going to.
I mean,
he wants a paycheck.
Well, he'll still get one. Go back to Arkansas and get one.
They already hired their guy.
Did they?
Think so.
That sucks.
I think they did hire a guy.
I didn't think they'd be able to find anybody unless that guy went to school there. Did they hire a science professor or something like that?
I thought somebody went to Arkansas already.
I don't know. I mean, because that's about as bad as it gets. You know what? They should have like a shit team bowl game.
Yeah.
I really want to see Rutgers and Arkansas play each other.
I think Arkansas really want to see Arkansas by 14.
I wonder what the line would be on that. That's the
I know.
Need to get some Vegas contacts so we can text this stuff out and to pick them.
They're not. Nobody's sure who the fuck would. They both lose.
Be the only tie that they could have anymore. We're in overtime 37. We're just going to call it 0-0.
Nobody scored. You guys are both terrible. Just get off the field.
Was a little shocked today of Chris Peterson stepping down.
I saw that.
Kind of. Now, I heard a little bit. I obviously haven't read much on it, and I don't know if he's had a press conference yet or not.
No, I don't think he has.
They said that was people outside of the organization.
Yeah.
Shocking. Inside the organization, not shocked. Because his defensive coordinator was offered the Alabama job.
The Alabama defensive coordinator job? Oh,
and he stayed at Washington.
Oh.
And kind of that setup, I leave, you get the head coach, kind of.
Well, Chris Peterson isn't a 10-year guy.
No.
He's a guy to come in and help rebuild a falling.
He's a low-level Urban Meyer.
He is.
Not low level, but not as accomplished.
No. Yeah, he's not winning national championships. He's making the playoff. Because they did twice.
Well, he's one that, I'll tell you what, because he gets a little funky and stuff like that. Of if you ever did shit can Harbaugh.
Well, I guess he did win a national championship, didn't he?
Who? Chris Peterson?
He was at Boise State.
They didn't win a national championship.
They won a BCS championship.
No, they didn't. Boise State, they won a BCS game.
Oh, I thought it was a championship.
Not a championship. They beat Oklahoma.
Yeah, I was
It was so big.
Yeah.
I
was
that
like 6, so.
2005?
Yeah, I was 9, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, been a while.
They kind of ran that hook and ladder.
No, it was the fucking Statue of Liberty.
Yeah. Well, no, that Statue of Liberty was a 2-point conversion.
Yeah, it was to win.
They ran like a hook and ladder to get the touchdown for that. No, that was just a
bowl game.
Yeah, it was just a BCS. I think it was Fiesta Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't that's always that weird thing when they do that. Well, they got a BCS game.
Yeah.
What's not the BCS national championship game? It's like a New Year's 6 game.
Gotcha.
That's kind of what it was.
Yeah. But anyway,
and Oklahoma didn't give a shit.
No,
but it's awesome.
Oh, super
and
awesome.
then that got them to play Oregon. And they beat Oregon, and then the running back punched him in the face.
Yeah,
and,
great story.
Yeah, and then goes and has a pretty good NFL career.
Yeah, wins a couple Super Bowls.
Bounced around.
Yeah,
played for the Patriots. Played for the Steelers.
The Eagles. Yeah.
So that's but Chris Peterson, the way it sounds, just kind of that burnout thing.
Yep.
And that's happening a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I hear a lot of it is that add-in of the new signing period.
Okay.
That early signing window.
Yeah, where you're just constantly working.
We just did this.
Mm-hmm.
The season ends this Saturday.
Yeah.
Now we got prep for bowl games.
Mm-hmm.
Kids are in classes. We got to go out recruiting.
Yeah.
Because now everybody, all the big guys signed this coming week of, hey, what was, and I know it's to get, so they can get kids in January.
Mm-hmm.
Of, man, you really just, you're really crunching these coaches. I mean, but year 2, Michigan shit cans Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah. I mean, who knows?
Or he bounces to the NFL.
Yeah.
You need a rebuild.
Yeah.
He's not a long-termer. 5, 6 years, 7 years. He'll get you some players.
Yeah. And that's what he does
he
best.
Kind of schematic.
Yeah.
Most of his game are schematic wins.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not,
they're not blowing anybody out. They're not doing anything. They play solid football. They stick to what they do and they win games. And I think he's a good coach. I just don't think that he's a long-term guy. Like, you're not going to give him he's not going to give him the lifetime contract. He's not a John Calipari to Kentucky where you're here till you die. He's there for 5 years, and he's going to get you 9 to 10 wins a year, and you're going to have to be happy with it.
Yeah,
but he's going to make you relevant again. Who the fuck knew about Washington before
Nobody cared.
Nobody cared.
No.
And then they started getting bigger. Then they made the playoffs, and then they started winning. They went to the Rose Bowl last year. And
and he gets to thump that chest of made it a real close game when it should have been a blowout.
It should have been, yes.
And it's Washington.
Yeah, not a real. That's probably why they're giving it to the defensive coordinator, because who wants that job?
I don't even know who the defensive coordinator is.
Me either. So, yeah.
I mean, most of that was Nick Saban wanted to hire him, so he must be okay.
Yeah.
Or he's just low level enough, and Nick goes, maybe I can keep him for 3 years, and he won't take another job.
Yeah.
But that was a lot of people talking about Nick Saban, too, of like, is this the end? Is this the end? It's like, they had a kid quit the team, a bunch of injuries on defense, and your first-round draft pick quarterback gets hurt. What do you expect? I mean,
it's not good.
How many defensive players if you take it a 4-year span, how many of his defensive players are in the NFL? I mean, what do you think?
It's not a fucking factory.
Yeah.
They're not just going to keep pumping. It is, but it's, but he develops them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why it's so important for college football guys to get 2 years.
Yeah.
Because, you have to develop, and then that's where you get to factory. Okay, this guy was here for 2 years. Go to the draft. We got this guy. He's been here for a year. He knows what he's doing. He's there for 2 years.
Yeah,
and then it just keeps going. But they're young,
and I think when he leaves, it really is getting into this. I can't keep an assistant coach, and that just the recruiting.
Yeah,
of hey man, I get a guy for a year and he leaves. Get a guy for a year and he leaves. I mean, that just.
Well, that's why he liked Kirby Smart, because Kirby Smart passed on how many jobs before he took the right job. A lot of these guys aren't waiting for the right job. They're just jumping on the first head coaching band they can get.
Well, you look at, the Urban Meyer coaching tree with Chris Ash.
Yeah.
You jumped out and took that Rutgers job. Now you're fired.
Yeah.
Of what?
What did you expect?
What did you think was going to happen?
Yeah.
They came into the Big Ten and you took that job.
Yeah.
That was me. My phone just went off.
God
Sorry
damn,
about that.
Fuck. Anyway, but you take that job and I just don't know what you expected. Your dick got hard because somebody wanted you to be their head coach.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I can do this. Yeah. You're going in thinking, we don't have any expectations. We're Rutgers.
Yeah. Can't win 2 games.
You
bud. Just can't do it.
Yeah. I mean, you
got to win 3 non-conference games.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, that's what you have to do.
I think we say this every week, but
the Big Ten wins?
I don't know that they have one yet.
I know. I don't think so.
I don't think they do.
No. If they do,
they
it's
didn't
probably
coming into the season, and I don't remember them winning one.
No. And then you just hire Greg Schiano.
Good hire.
Yeah, he's been there.
Yeah, it's where he needs to be. Apparently, they're okay that he coached at Penn State.
What's that fucking
Tennessee.
Guy's name? What is that? Travis Clayton or whoever was running his mouth when Schiano wanted to take the Tennessee job.
Well, it was a bunch of tweets and stuff.
Well, it was this one guy that was a Tennessee fan and
we
started slandering.
Which, you can 100% say, well, we don't want Greg Schiano as a coach.
Yeah.
Don't bring up the Penn State stuff.
It has nothing to do with
the
it.
kid, I think he was a grad assistant.
Yeah, he probably was fucked. I mean, you never know.
Yeah, he could have been.
Yeah.
He could have been young enough.
Yeah.
Maybe he was, maybe he's a kid that, they're a 22-year-old that looked 15.
Yeah, could have been.
You don't know.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird, but moving on, he might not even have been in the same room.
Yeah.
I mean, grad assistant means
you do bitch work.
Hey, that guy needs new shoes. Go get shoes.
Uh-huh.
That's kind of what a grad assistant is.
Yeah, go get all those pads for practice we're going to need. Yeah, go carry those over here. Yeah. Grad assistant in parentheses is just bitch.
Yeah.
You're the bitch boy.
We got, we're going to give you some gear.
Yeah.
You get very little money.
Uh-huh.
If any.
And you have to live on campus.
You have to live on campus.
In a dorm.
And you just pick the shit up and get it ready for practice.
Yeah.
Somebody needs something, get them a Band-Aid.
Mm-hmm.
That's, when that's trainer shop, no, that's your job.
Your Band-Aid boy.
Yeah. No, that's your job.
Your job is to keep, you have to give me juice boxes.
Pedialyte. They like to get the electrolytes back in them.
I need Gatorade.
Yeah, that's Greg Schiano. That's where he needs to stay. Just stay. If they want you there, I think, the NFL thing didn't work out. I don't know that, I don't know. Watching him at Ohio State, I don't know that his defense works anymore in college football.
No, because it
just doesn't.
It's all press coverage, and it's easy to scheme against because I'm just going to, I'm gonna scheme up my offense to get one of my fastest players against one of your slow linebackers.
Yeah,
and you beat us.
Yep.
I'm gonna run crossing patterns
all
day, and I'm gonna beat you. So you have, and that's you have to develop. You just have to evolve with the game. Kids, I say kids. I'm fucking 24. Yeah. Kids are so much more. They're just so much faster, so much more developed by the time they get to college now, that they're just faster than your scheme.
Yeah.
So it's the evolution of the athletes. It's the evolution of just football in general. Of you always have these innovators, and you can say Nick Saban was an innovator. Ryan Day has become an offensive innovator. Lincoln Riley, those guys, and they're just going to scheme around your defense. Defense in college football is so fucking hard. Anymore, because you just got guys fucking everywhere.
Well, you have, and you do, and you're playing against guys that recruit better than you.
Mm-hmm.
NFL wise, I know there's good teams and bad teams in the NFL, but everybody on that defensive side of the ball and the offensive side of the ball is an NFL player.
Yeah.
So it's, those schemes are different. Of you can run that man press.
Yeah.
These guys are way faster than your fastest guy, and that's like their 5th fastest guy. So
yeah.
We're just going to beat you.
Yeah. So he's definitely got to evolve. And, I He didn't work out as an NFL coach because of how you can say intense and maybe over the top. It's kind of why Jim Harbaugh left, because he was demanding too much of his players and stuff like that. So, not that you can't be demanding of your players. I don't think you can be the one to be as demanding all the time as the head coach.
You're not, because I literally was listening to some Pat McAfee show clips, and they're talking about, he was talking about coaching the NFL. He says, you're not, coaches have say, but in the NFL, you're more co-workers than you are manage, coach's in charge. Yeah. Unless, obviously in his situation, Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
But you're not, those guys know football. All those players know football.
Uh-huh.
You're not going to treat them like you do a college kid.
No, exactly.
Where you can just tell them, nope, you got to work together.
Yeah.
Because, chances are they're going to be there longer than you.
Oh, yeah. They'll just fucking stop playing anymore. That's the attitude nowadays. Yeah. I mean, you look at half of the people, I don't really like being there. I'm just going to sit out. I'm just going to sit out.
Tweaked my knee.
Yep.
Done.
You can't play me.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think that's why Harbaugh, and it'll be interesting when he jumps.
Yeah.
Because he's, he'll get a job.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But it's going to be the same thing. It's not going to work because you're not going to get total control. Now, step back, you pick that phone up, call your brother, see how he's doing it, because doing pretty good.
Doing pretty damn well.
Doing pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, for a guy who is, on the hot seat last year till now.
A year ago, you're going to be fired.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Best team.
Uh-huh.
Did you watch that game?
Oh, yeah.
That was, obviously, it was a shitstorm of rain.
Oh, yeah, it was.
But
that's Super Bowl. Those Super Bowl teams right there, man.
As good as San Francisco has a great defense. They really do. And with that, the way it was raining, that just seems like one of those 10-7 games where there's just so many punts.
Yeah.
But the way Baltimore sustained drive, it's like a 7-minute drive in a rainstorm of.
Yeah.
And it's not like Jackson had the greatest day. He threw for 100 yards, but he rushed for 100 yards. And
it's just so hard to defend that because you do not prepare for the quarterback.
He's better than everybody.
And he's better than you.
He's just better.
Yeah, and that's so hard to defend. And he had 100 yards rushing, but that's the best he's been contained yet.
Yeah. Well, what you need is linebacker size and tackling ability with corner speed.
Yeah. You don't have that.
That's the only way.
Yeah. Or just get your fucking hands on him.
Corners are fast enough that can run with him.
Yeah.
But they don't tackle. Yeah. He's going to be too shifty. And linebacker, you're just not catching him.
Run with him.
Yeah.
You have to. You just got to get your hands on him. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to break a ton of tackles. He's going to try to juke you out. But
now it is interesting how many times he dips his shoulder and goes in for sure slide.
Yeah.
Because one of these days you're going to get dinged.
And you're not coming back from it.
I don't know what his speed is, but a half a second, not even a half a second, but 4.4 to 4.6 is catchable now.
Oh yeah.
So that's
Look at RG3.
Yeah.
He came in, had a fantastic
now he's not
fucking
as thick as
exactly. Yeah,
what Lamar Jackson is, but
still though, it wasn't even a big hit. He just got landed on funny and done. Now he's your backup.
Yeah. I did like that Heisman formation they ran.
Yeah, I did. That was cool.
I'll tell you what, Mark Ingram is a tank.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he just pounds it.
Mm-hmm. Nice. But, nice. Your eyes went in the back of your head there.
Yeah. Well, anytime I'm pounding it, my eyes roll back, brother.
It's good to know.
Brother. My eyes roll back, brother. But
all right, Hulk Hogan.
And again, Baltimore's defense.
Yeah.
Pretty damn good.
Solid, yeah.
Garoppolo. Okay. I mean, they're okay.
Mm-hmm.
They're a defensive-driven team.
Yeah.
Garoppolo's not going to blow your hair back or anything like that.
They run the ball and they play defense. I mean, that's just what they do.
But it's, and Seattle, though. Whew. I mean, and I'm still on the Vikings bandwagon.
Are you?
I
know you're a Zimmer
still
fan.
8-4.
Yeah, I don't think they're bad.
It's just, but I mean, goddamn Seattle. I mean, it's, I don't.
It's impressive. Seattle, they beat San Francisco, and then the Baltimore beats them.
That is such a tough. When you look at the NFC side, so you have Seattle, and
Minnesota,
Green Bay, Minnesota,
49ers,
Saints.
Yep.
And then you take this one division in the NFC that is just fucking horse shit.
The East?
No, the Cowboys, if you have a winning record, they can't win.
Yeah.
If you're near 500, they can't beat you.
Uh-huh.
The Eagles, I don't know what's going on. It's not Wentz's fault. Hey, here's a wide open running back 10 yards away from me. You overthrew him by 20 yards. I don't know where the fuck that happened.
Holy shit, they're bad.
Then the Giants just,
yeah.
And Washington. I mean,
yeah.
I know they on a 2-game winning streak.
I know they are. Shit.
But think about that.
Washington still has a chance to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Think about this. All those teams we listed.
Yeah.
2 of those are wild card teams.
Yeah, I know.
Meaning they're going to have to go play an away game at one of those motherfucker stadiums. Are you shitting me?
I know it. You got to go. Oh, shit. The one year, Tim Tebow and the Broncos, we were 8-8, and we made the play. We won our division.
And Pittsburgh had
to come at like 12-4 or something like that, and we beat him in overtime.
I still George, because he's a huge Steelers fan. I still let him know that.
Nice.
Overtime, Tim Tebow threw a touchdown pass on you guys, just
80 yards,
just to let you know.
80 yards,
just to let you know that ended it.
Yeah.
Well, there's one too. They beat Cleveland, but Mike Tomlin should be fired. Mike Tomlin, he's always been on the hot seat in these last couple years.
Yeah.
You lose your quarterback week 2 or week 1. I don't even remember anymore.
Week 1.
But and then your other quarterback got hit with his own helmet.
Yeah.
So now you're on to the Duck Master.
The Duck.
And you're in a wild card spot.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's got to be considered for coach of the year at this point in time.
Because there's a solid chance they make the playoffs.
Oh, for sure.
Because I think
they got to play the Ravens. They played the Ravens tight the last time they played.
Yeah.
Baltimore kicked the field goal with seconds left.
I think they got to play the Bengals again.
Yeah, they do.
So I mean,
it's
there's
one more time. If they win, if they beat the Ravens, and if they beat Cincinnati, I think they win the division. I think the Browns would have to beat the Ravens.
Yeah,
I think that's how that would have to go.
Yeah, which they've already done once.
Yeah,
but that was back.
Yeah,
before Baltimore just started blitzing everybody. That was and now I know it's a last-second field goal win because Justin Tucker's one of the best ever.
Yeah.
But just count it when it's that. It's a field goal win against a top 5 NFL team, and that's the only close game they've had.
Yeah.
And it was in a downpour. You could make an argument that if it was cleared up.
Yeah, they could have just...
it could have been...
Yeah. So, my question, we've been talking a lot about coaches and stuff. Who is your college coach of the year? This is my... My blindside question for you.
Blindside question. Coach of the year in college. I'm going to tell you what. I don't even know what his name is. But if they beat Oklahoma Saturday, Baylor.
Okay. I'll get behind that.
I mean, I know an easy one to say it's first-year coach Ryan Day would be an easy one to say.
I don't have Ryan Day in mind.
That was a packed full cupboard of players that he got.
Exactly.
You don't get that situation.
You just got on a platter.
So I would say I would go with Baylor. Hey, you could even throw that out there that even if they lost and it was like that close loss like it was the last time, I could still go that way.
Yeah,
that would probably be my pick unless they just get blitzed. But boy, I don't know who else really stands out. I mean, LSU. Coach O.
Coach O.
I only want to see that for an acceptance speech when they have to run subtitles. Of like, what did he say?
Mine is off the walls.
Okay.
Mine's Mac Brown.
Because they almost beat Clemson?
No. They're bowl eligible for the first time in 3 years. Mine is Mac Brown for the simple reason is everybody gives the new coach the benefit of the doubt because they don't have their guys yet.
Right.
He's won 6 games. It's not like he's an outstanding, but he has taken hot garbage into
made it lukewarm.
I mean, he's taken shit and just polished the turd and made him 6 wins at however old he is. And I don't know. It just seems like he's earned that, right? You know what I'm saying? Because they're bad.
Yeah.
They're bad. You do play Clemson tough, whoop-de-doo. But yeah, you're the bowl eligible for the first time in 3 years. You're doing things. You're actually getting guys excited to play football at North Carolina.
Yeah.
And that's my thing of, okay, I didn't have my guys, but I still made it work.
I could kind of get behind that, but just not ahead of Baylor.
Okay.
North Carolina's a shit sandwich.
Oh, for sure.
And they're always going to be a shit sandwich because it's football and
they're basketball.
They're basketball.
Yeah.
Now, he walked into a shit sandwich dinery.
A shitstorm?
A shitstorm. But not the shitstorm that Baylor had.
No.
I mean,
Has
that
he
was...
been there since Art Briles left?
Is this year 2? Maybe?
I thought Briles has been
How long
out.
has he been gone?
Since 14.
Has it been that long?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it's been that long.
He got fired after the 14, after when Ohio State won their national championship, the first year of the CFP.
I thought he was out there another year.
No.
But that was a...
Oh,
still
for sure.
walking into a touchy...
Oh, yeah.
I think there's still lawsuits going on.
I think so.
Of,
Yeah. I can make an argument
and
that.
they're playing in a conference.
Yeah.
But I'll give you the North Carolina thing of there's only one team in that conference and they only lost by 1.
Uh-huh.
And then if it was a coin toss, hey, you went for 2.
Yeah.
I'll give you that you went for 2, but that's the play you called there, Mac.
I know.
I got a problem with that play. I don't mind the going for 2 because you're getting beaten overtime. You just don't have the players.
You're not winning in overtime.
Maybe don't run like a triple option kind of thing.
Yeah. But yeah, that's
Come
mine.
up with something.
That's mine. Mac Brown is mine.
I get behind that.
Yeah, just...
I mean, I wouldn't slap it on the ass, but I'd get behind it.
Just that argument of, everybody bitches, well, they don't have his guys. Yeah, his guys will be here in 2 years or whatever the fuck, okay? You took shit and you made, dinner out of it, I guess.
Made a shit sandwich. And I'm on the Baylor side of it just because...
No, I get it.
They're the only... In that conference, they actually play defense. They actually have some defense.
Yeah.
So,
And you can make an argument for Utah. You can make an argument for...
Yeah.
Obviously, Kirby Smart. I mean, you can make an argument.
See, I can't make that argument for Kirby Smart. I just can't.
Yeah.
Just because
I'm just saying,
haven't looked good.
No, but you can. They're still the top 4 teams in the country.
I understand that.
And what has Georgia ever been?
But most would say they're playing down.
They are. But what has
that's kind
Georgia
of what
ever
Georgia's
been?
always been.
They haven't been this relevant, though.
Well, they're always relevant. Not in your lifetime.
No.
But at the beginning of your lifetime, they were always a top 10 team that when they played somebody, they got beat.
Yeah.
That was kind of them.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I remember...
Now you go back in the Herschel Walker days, but that was close to before my time.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But yeah, I don't like Georgia.
Okay.
I like Jake Fromm.
Yeah.
I'm a big Kirby Smart fan. I think he gets shit on.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's a little offensive. I think Jake Fromm played a long time in the NFL.
Yeah, I do too.
I really do. I think he's more suited for the NFL than he is college.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But I just don't like Georgia because they're gonna make it to the SEC championship game again. Gonna get beat.
Yeah.
They're gonna get beat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna call that and I pick LSU beats Georgia.
Yeah, I mean I would pick LSU too. But I just...
For the SEC, it would be best if Georgia kicked a last-second field goal and beat LSU.
Yeah.
That's best case scenario for SEC because I think you get...
Both get in.
Here's a blindside question for you.
Okay.
Top 3 teams. Obviously, we still think it's going to be Ohio State 1, LSU 2, Clemson 3.
Okay.
Do any of them have to win this championship game?
Clemson does.
Think Clemson does?
I think they have to just because of how everybody has treated them over these last few weeks. I think they have to win their championship game to get in, even with one loss. Now, hold on, let me retract that. They have to win it to get in unless somebody else wins or loses.
Okay.
So who's 5? Is that Utah or Alabama or who the hell's 5?
Probably gonna be Utah.
Okay. If Utah wins...
No, it's going to be Oklahoma. Here's what, if I'm because it comes out tonight. Obviously, this comes out on Thursday, but we haven't seen the rankings yet.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it goes Ohio State,
Okay.
LSU,
Okay.
Clemson,
Yeah.
Georgia, Oklahoma,
Utah,
Baylor, Alabama.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Oregon's. They're
Okay.
down.
Okay.
They're down. I don't think Oregon's ahead of Alabama.
Okay. Oh, that's fine. I just.
All
right. If Clemson's got to win, if number 5 wins and they have 1 loss, I think they jump Clemson.
Okay. I can buy that just because they don't have a top 25 win.
Exactly. They don't.
And are they playing Virginia?
They're playing Virginia, who's not ranked anymore.
They probably will be.
You think?
Well, they beat Virginia Tech, and Virginia Tech was ranked.
Okay, you're right.
So they're probably going to give them a
25.
25. So you're going to have a
125 win team.
That was a funny thing. The team going to the championship game was unranked and beat the ranked team.
God, the ACC's a fucking mess.
But because I don't think LSU has to win, and I don't think Ohio State has to win this week.
I don't think they have to win either. I think number 1, number 2 are good.
They can't get ass stomped.
No,
but if you lose a one score game, both those teams they don't need to. They don't need to win this week.
No, I think that rejumbles the top 4. But
absolutely,
I still think they get in. Yeah,
that'd be an interesting thing because it's just been so weird. But if LSU jumped Ohio State this week, it'd be like the 4th straight week that they kept flipping those teams. And like, whoa,
what are you looking at?
What are you guys doing?
What are you doing? Are you just bored?
I don't care either way.
Yeah, I do.
But you don't want to play Clemson.
I don't want to play Clemson.
You don't want to be 2. You absolutely do not want to be the number 2 seed.
No.
But I don't understand it, and I'm sure something weird's going to happen.
Oh, for sure. They're going to have to make it interesting just for the sake of its conference championship week.
Yeah, because I wouldn't be. The Utah thing is what throws it, because then you could make a strong argument depending on where they put Baylor.
Okay.
For the Oklahoma thing.
All right.
That's the if Baylor's ranked
6th, 7th.
So if it's 5-6,
okay,
and they beat the 6th ranked team, for the second time, and then
if then Georgia loses? Do you think that they jump Georgia and Oklahoma goes in?
Yeah,
okay.
Georgia has to win.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, Georgia has
they have to win. They can't get 2 losses and be in.
Because you just cannot. You can take another team over a conference champion that's not a conference champion. You cannot take a 2-loss team over a conference champion.
Yeah. I agree.
When they're not a conference champion.
Yeah, when they're not a conference champion.
You cannot do that.
I agree.
But, I kind of feel like Utah's going to get it, though. Just on the, here's the bone.
Mm-hmm. Because they haven't had one in since the very first year, right? Pac-12? Oregon's been the only Pac-12 team in, right?
No, Washington.
I forgot
in.
Washington, yeah.
It was back-to-back years, wasn't it? Where it was like 14, Oregon was in. It might have been 16.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was the next year.
It was the year.
Yeah, it was. Because Ohio State didn't make it that year. They got beat by Michigan State. Michigan State made it.
Yeah, got thumped.
And then Washington got thumped. That was kind of the start of the Alabama-Clemson thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, I think it'd be, because I don't think anybody in the Pac-12 can compete. I just don't.
I don't think so either.
So it's kind of a bad year for them to get one in, because I think, say Utah sneaks in at number 4 and has to play Ohio State and gets housed by 30.
You're not getting one in a few years.
But again, I think Oregon spoils that and beats them.
Okay.
And just kind of just have the whole letdown happen. Well, everybody's got 2 losses. You guys cannibalized yourselves.
Yeah.
But that's it's. I kind of thought 2 SEC teams were going to get in, but the
way it's going to play out, I don't think so.
The only thing is the SEC was never getting 2 teams in as soon as South Carolina beat Georgia.
Yeah.
As soon as that happened.
Yep.
Because I don't think Georgia's going to win.
Mm-hmm.
But if they were both undefeated and LSU beat Georgia and gave Georgia 1 loss, Georgia would still be in.
Yeah.
As long as as they didn't get, stomped. But that was a round trip, because we were talking about the NFC East and we came right back to college. But NFC ways back or the NFC West or East. Yeah,
East,
I'm sorry.
yeah, the shitstorm that is that conference
Of
division.
I don't understand the Cowboys of.
Fuck them. They need to fire Jason Garrett.
Yeah, of Ezekiel Elliott never gets the ball.
I know. I don't get that.
Dak throws the ball 40 times a game. Well,
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Yeah, you have a very good offensive line.
Yeah.
You have a pretty good running back.
Yeah.
Maybe hand the ball off. Maybe take some pressure off Dak and
That
he'll
you just
perform
gave
better.
a bunch of money to.
Yeah, you just paid Zeke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they haven't paid Dak yet. Maybe that's like, we're going to make it throw 40. It's like, dude, you're completing 61% of your passes. I mean, unfortunately, he's performed okay.
Okay.
I mean, he's making $38 million.
No,
but I just don't. You want to talk about underperforming is just.
It's weird. And they're so bad and so many. They find different ways to be bad every week.
Yeah.
Like it's a different thing each week.
Yeah.
It's not, it's not just one thing. It's, the biggest thing for offense, you're right. Dak throws the ball 40 times a game, but your best receiver is getting double covered because you don't throw to anybody else.
Right.
Because, Randall Cobb's not your answer. Tavon Austin hasn't been good since fucking West Virginia.
Nope.
And Jason Witten's old as shit. He's not getting open. He runs 5-yard curls. That's what Jason Witten does.
Better hope they're running his own.
Exactly.
That's
the
kind
only
of
way
his game.
He's not getting in man and man. He's not faster to outrun a linebacker anymore.
Man on man or man in man?
I don't know.
What did you say? You might have said man in man.
I hope I did.
I don't know. Maybe there's some locker room stuff.
That's
I don't know.
my new defense. Man in man. Yeah,
I want you inside of him.
Dick on the leg D.
Yeah.
All right.
That's tight. It's bump and run coverage, coach.
Anyway,
bump and grind coverage.
Bump and grind. Yeah, the R. Kelly. Oh.
Well, yeah, late in the game, might get pissed off. I mean, you for sure. I mean, a lot of guys piss their pants.
Yeah.
You've done it before.
I've done it before.
I mean,
yeah.
I think I did it in a baseball game or something like that when I was in like T-ball.
Yeah, like 6.
Yeah. I was
half
like, I
piss their pants.
I got to piss really bad.
Yeah. Just go.
Like, pants are black. That black kind of.
Yeah.
I don't even
the
know.
The old baseball pants.
Yeah, the
material.
old baseball pants. I don't even know what that is.
The bike pants. Aren't they bike?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I pissed my pants. But,
anyway, I was in high school, so.
Yeah. And that was, we had a car. It didn't have air conditioning. So on the way home, the windows down. Nobody smelled it.
Smelled it.
Nobody smelled it.
You're good. Yeah. 100% you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to piss your pants if you're an athlete.
Yeah. Who wins that division, though? Do you think the Cowboys come back and secure it?
I think they do.
Yeah.
Because maybe it only takes another win or so.
I think so. I mean, I think they just have to beat the Eagles.
They lost
again.
to anybody in the division yet? They beat Philly.
Yeah. Did they beat Washington? Or not Washington. They beat New York?
100% beat Washington. I don't know if they beat New York or yet. I'm not 100% sure if they played
New York.
I
thought they played opening game.
They might have.
I think
if they did, they beat New York.
Yeah.
But, that's...
Yeah, either way, it's a shit show.
You want to talk about one? The fucking Jets.
Yeah.
The Bengals get their first win. Okay.
Uh-huh.
It was bound to happen. I mean,
you don't want to be that
16, that
hard
just,
to do.
Just doesn't, I mean, it's almost as hard to do as going undefeated.
Yeah.
But
not for the Browns.
The Jets.
Yeah.
2 teams.
Yeah.
And I want to say it's the first time ever that the same team lost to an no-win team.
Yeah.
After week 7.
Yeah.
Of like, yeah.
Well, they're just really fucking bad.
They're terrible.
They're horrible.
I don't know. And they've been terrible for
a long
since
time.
A butt fumble.
Oh, yeah.
I know they made the championship game like Rex 2 years in a row with Rex Ryan.
Yeah.
And then when Mark Sanchez ran into that fucking guard.
That was it.
That was it. And they have done nothing since.
Yeah.
They spend a bunch of money.
And get shit.
But got nothing.
Nothing. How about the Bills in that division?
I tell you what, I like the Bills.
They're
sneaky.
They're so fucking old school. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's we're going to run the piss out of the ball. My quarterback is tough as fucking nails. We're going to throw it about maybe 20 times a game, and we're going to fucking play defense.
They are a team that needs home games.
Yes, they do.
Because, okay, you want to go in January and play in Buffalo?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like New England.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody wants to go to fucking New England in January.
No.
You know?
And there's one for you, too. Everybody thinks, yeah, they're just going to figure it out. They're just going to figure it out. I don't think they're going to figure it out.
No,
I don't
right
know
now.
that they are. And it's the first time that you can actually question Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
Of
what are you doing?
What are you doing? I understand why you had to let Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
You have really no choice.
Mm-hmm. Why'd you let Josh Gordon go?
Why'd you let Josh Gordon go? Because nothing's came out. He didn't fail anything.
No. You just cut him to cut him? You just cut him. They cut Josh Gordon to get that N'Keal Harry back on IR. That's why they cut Josh Gordon, their first-round pick.
Terrible move.
Yeah, it is.
Terrible move.
Yeah.
And who'd they cut? Didn't they have a receiver from Denver?
Demaryius Thomas?
Yeah, they had him. And
yeah, they cut him before the season, though.
Yeah, but they had him.
Yeah,
and they didn't have any wide receivers at that point in time.
I know it.
Not that he was going to do anything.
No.
He's getting a little long in the tooth, but you sure as shit. I mean, long in the tooth.
I understood your reference, but
I mean, you just snapped your head like, see, he's getting long in the dick. I just assume it is, but long in the tooth, getting a little old.
Yeah,
got to be pushing 31.
Yeah,
NFL wise.
Yeah,
down the road.
Yeah,
but just nothing. They have nothing. And Tom Brady looked pissed.
Oh, for sure.
Just guys not in the right spots.
Yeah.
The one.
Well, he can't get protected. He's getting hit all the fucking time.
When he gave the guy the gun signal, which was a double move signal.
Yeah.
And the guy didn't run the double move. And that was the first time you could see him going, I gave him.
When that happens, you hear I love when they're mic'd up because you hear their reaction afterwards. There's 3 quarterbacks that I would not want to do that to. Tom Brady's number 1. Actually, sorry. Tom Brady's number 2. I've heard Peyton Manning rip fucking people before on the sideline. Yeah. And it's not nice.
Him and Jeff Saturday is epic.
It is. It's fantastic. Number 2 is Tom Brady. Number 3, have you heard the way Aaron Rodgers yelled at some of his young receivers?
Yeah.
I mean, he rips their fucking asses. Those are 3 dudes that I just don't, you know what I'm saying? I want to do what they tell me to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Drew Brees, you can tell he kind of gets upset, but it's more in like a dad role.
Right.
These guys are like older brother. You fuck up again, I'm going to beat your fucking ass kind of thing. Yeah.
That was, it's just so not used to seeing.
Yeah.
It's like, man, what are the Patriots going to, at the end of the day, they're 10-2.
Yeah. I mean, they're not awful.
And they're only, barring something else happening because, they could lose to Buffalo because
they have the Chiefs this week.
Yeah. They're going to get beat this week.
They have Buffalo.
And Buffalo could beat them.
And I think they have Minnesota left, too.
Boy, that's a toughie.
I think. Keep going.
But at some point in time, the only team they're probably leaving New England for is Baltimore.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, you go up there in the playoffs. Good luck.
Yeah.
I mean, good luck.
Yeah.
That's just kind of but, again, you still, as bad as their offense is, but what they've done over the last 20 years or 18 years or whatever, you just have to assume they're going to figure it out and start
waxing people,
bringing up 40 points a game.
If there's a team that you figure it out against, it's Kansas City this week.
Yeah.
Because their defense is skeptical, their offense, again, they haven't really sustained drives. They like to score in the big play manner.
Right.
So if there's a time to figure it out, it's at home. You don't have to travel, you're good. Figure it out this week. That way you can actually have a chance to be, whatever you're going to be. You have a chance to find your identity. Who am I going to throw the ball to? Well, they don't even have a running game anymore because their offensive line is ass.
Yeah. Well, that's the, on the Patriots side of it, they finally got a point where they've got a pretty quality defense again.
Yeah.
Like if their offense was anything, it wouldn't even be close.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it'd still be them and Baltimore, but it wouldn't be I got Baltimore by a lot. And here's the other thing they've lost 2 games. They're playing so terrible.
Yeah.
They lost 2 close games. They were both 1-score games.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't,
no,
they get blown out by Baltimore.
I thought they got blown out by Baltimore.
It was like 28-20.
Was it?
You can look that up.
37-20 Ravens.
Was it?
Yeah.
Must have scored late.
Yeah.
I probably went to bed. Oh, it was a 1-possession game for the most point, and then I think somebody fumbled, and the fumble got returned for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Somebody for New England fumbled, and they picked it up, scored.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So they have the Chiefs this week. It's not as hard as I thought. It's Chiefs, Bengals, Bills, Dolphins.
That's pretty.
So you can go 12-4.
Yeah, they got two wins guaranteed.
Yeah. And then
And the Bills are going to be a tough game.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs, you know.
It's up in the air with the Chiefs. So then you have the Ravens this week. It's Ravens and the Bills this week. It's just pretty interesting to see.
I don't know that it is. The way the Bills play.
Yeah. Though they can't score. It can't be a shootout.
That's
So the Ravens have the Bills, the Jets, the Browns, and the Steelers left.
Yeah. That Steelers game is going to be a good one. I think they house the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Browns, man, they're
bad.
Yeah,
they're real bad.
Freddie Kitchens and whatever that shirt said that he wore to the game.
I know.
Of like, what are you doing, man? Like, you're borderline getting fired. Maybe
I know.
Maybe don't do that.
Yeah.
You still work for billionaires that care about how they look.
Oh, if you honestly think that he is your head coach, you are an idiot.
Yeah.
You're an idiot.
What head coach does that? If you just took that.
Yeah.
That whatever.
Said Pittsburgh started it.
Yeah. You do that and everything else was good. If you just did that, they'd think about firing you in the NFL because what are you doing?
Are you in fucking high school?
I think he thinks he is. I think he needs to go back and coach some high school.
He may need to. Because that's a fucking high school move. You know what I'm saying? That's like stealing the other team's mascot. You know, it's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
You're
it's the NFL.
But you can't back it up. Like, all the players were all pissed off. Like, it's one thing if you're a player and you wear that because you're on the field, you're battling. He's the fucking coach.
And I don't know if it was trying to drum that rivalry up or whatever.
Yeah.
But it didn't have anything. You know, they say the Mason Rudolph was benched for this. Of like, no, Mason Rudolph was the best thing that happened to the Steelers is he got in that fight.
Yeah.
That's the best thing that happened.
Seriously, because he sucks.
He's bad.
He's horrible.
But like they try to drum that up of like it didn't look like there was any bad blood between those teams.
No,
most of the players don't care. Bad blood was between them and the Bengals.
Yeah.
Because people left every game injured.
Yeah.
Every single game.
Uh-huh.
You don't have that.
Yeah.
I mean that was, that was bad blood.
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland,
Yeah.
You win once in a while.
Exactly. It's not you're chippy. That's about it.
Yeah.
That's about as all it gets.
How much of that? I watched most of the Baltimore game. I kind of flipped it back and forth with the Cleveland game. I didn't watch. I can't. They're so bad.
It's hard to watch.
Here we go to the Super Bowl this year. All the people in this area, Browns fans of, man, they're just bad.
You're lucky to get guys in the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, yeah. You're not even in the wild card race at this point in time.
Yeah.
So what? I mean,
you're in the top 10 of draft picks now.
Are they?
Yeah, I believe they're 10th.
I don't know where they go on that.
I believe they're 10th.
And what do you do? Because with Freddie Kitchens, you can't get another offensive guy that maybe you get a really fast guy that can run better trick plays.
Yeah.
Because that's, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, there's only
a lot of dead air here, man. You're reading with your lips moving.
There's only 8 teams with a worse record than them.
Yeah, so they're going to get a top 10 pick.
Yeah.
That's,
Sorry, I was leaving it.
I think one goes as far as draft goes. With the Bengals winning that game, it's borderline now.
Yeah,
and them and the Dolphins still have to play each other.
I know they do. That's going to be interesting.
It's late. It might
be. It's not. Is it last game of the season?
I'm not so sure if it is or not.
No, because the Dolphins play the Patriots last game of the season.
Yeah, well, yeah, and that's. I think the Browns and Bengals might play each other last game.
So it would be like the week before.
Yeah, I think it is.
Nice.
So like the Bengals end up with Dolphins. Yeah. Browns.
Yeah.
So like,
nice.
This is like,
here we go.
Who gets Chase Young or Joe Burrow? I mean, Bengals for sure. Trade down.
Yeah.
Pick some picks up.
Yeah, get some stocks and picks because you guys suck.
I mean, as much as you would love to have Chase Young, as much as I would being a Bengals fan, you probably need some offensive linemen and stuff, maybe a quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what
I don't know that there's a quarterback out there. Bengals get up there, they're taking Joe Burrow. It's a nice shiny quarterback. That's what they do.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying Joe Burrow's not going to be good, but he's going to get thrown in the mix and get the ass beat out of him. I mean, that's...
Yeah, it's
David Klingler type stuff.
Joe Burrow
That's
does
old
not.
school
I know
reference.
it is. Joe Burrow does not need to go in the top 5.
No.
To have a successful career, you need to pull up Phillip Rivers and get Ben bitch about winning a trade.
Yeah, that would. I'm going to play in Canada.
Mhm.
I mean, because, they just get. I can't imagine where you would go.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm happy. The Broncos
let's
beat
not forget, what if like some mess ups happen? Well, Washington still get that first pick. I mean, they've won 2 in a row, so you kind of think, but
so does, Washington takes Chase Young. They're not taking Joe Burrow.
No, I think there's a good chance that could happen because depending on, obviously, a lot would have to happen for Washington to slide in that 2 spot. Because I do think Joe Burrow goes number 1.
Do you?
It's just quarterbacks,
It is.
man.
I mean,
it's just quarterbacks.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked.
Now, the way that Nick Bosa's playing and what he's doing for that defense, maybe that helps Chase Young's draft stock.
Yeah.
The fact that the Bosa's just,
they're good.
do that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't, they have like 4 years of first-round draft picks on that defensive line, so you can't, if you don't have that.
Exactly. You're getting double teamed and stuff. Yeah. I'm really hoping that, Chase Young goes somewhere decent. I hope he has a good career, and I don't really give a shit about Joe Burrow, to be honest with you. I mean, I like him. I hope he does well, but
you think about that and talk about that. Joe Burrow going to win the Heisman.
Mm-hmm.
Going to be a top 10. At least he's going to be a top 10
for sure.
So you can, unless he gets injured or something like that, you pretty much guarantee that.
Yeah.
Heisman, top 10. And wasn't good enough to play at Ohio State.
I know.
And people say, well, they didn't do right. I mean, Joe Burrow was this and that's like, no. Dwayne Haskins set every passing record.
Yeah.
And now he was gone before Justin Fields.
Exactly.
What are you talking about?
What are you arguing about? Yeah. Dwayne Haskins threw 50 fucking touchdowns in 12 games.
Yeah.
There's not quarterbacks in the NFL who throw 50 touchdowns in 16 games.
I only pick apart about Joe Burrow and you'll see with Georgia, because you didn't see it with Alabama just because their defense is lacking.
Yeah.
He can get a little careless with the football.
Okay.
And that'll be the
difference
you get into
maker.
the playoffs and you get into playing Georgia that plays they play defense.
Yeah.
He can turn the ball. I know he hadn't done it this year.
Yeah, but
he can.
Yeah.
That's kind of that,
Yep.
Kind of like when they say that, not trying to mention him and Shea Patterson in the same sentence, but the knock on Shea Patterson is
he turns the ball over.
Is what started the wheels coming off of. You march it back down the field to the 10-yard line and you fumble a snap that almost hits you in the right shoulder. I mean, and it very clearly showed him taking his eyes off of it. Of that, that's what Shea Patterson does.
Yeah.
So that the Joe Burrow thing, and it's his interceptions are weird because they're like to linebackers.
Yeah, I know.
Those are the the ones of shit. I didn't see that guy.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's the part of the RPO shit too.
Yeah, and that's a tough because it's so quick.
Yeah, I mean, you have a 9-inch window that you throw the it. Yeah,
you think he can fill that? Boy,
maybe with the football.
Man, he's slinging heat. Joe Burrow packing some heat.
Yeah, exactly. You know it. But yeah, I mean, your window's small to get the RPO in because it's literally a half a step the linebacker takes up that you throw the slant.
That's what would scare me if LSU playing Clemson. Because all it takes,
Clemson's got
their defense is really well coached.
Oh, very well coached.
When we see this linebacker is going to take 2 steps left, and that's an interception.
Yeah,
in an RPO game.
Yep.
That be prepared to see that.
Yep.
I mean, now on the LSU side of it, they have to house Georgia.
Yeah.
And hope Ohio State only wins by 14 over Wisconsin. So if LSU goes 52-10 over Georgia, and Ohio State wins 40-20.
Yeah.
LSU jumps. Yeah. I think you have to. So that's, they're really kind of, that's what you're going for.
Yeah. And the bad part about that is, if I'm not saying that the coaches are thinking about that right now, but if you start to think about that, then you start to get out of rhythm of what you typically do.
Yeah.
You don't, instead of just letting the game come to you, you start to try to control the game yourself with your play calling and with your play at quarterback. Then you start fucking up.
Yeah.
Then you're wanting to take those deep shots every time. And then it starts like, oh shit, okay, now, you know what I'm saying? Now the 52 point, I can't win. You know what I'm saying? Because it gets in your head a little bit.
I don't know what would be. It'd mean you're in the championship game, you know, as far as playing Clemson wise, because that's obviously you want to be one, so you don't have to play Clemson. Is it better? And you're a coach, so I ask you.
Okay.
Your expertise.
Yeah.
Of
expertise.
3 weeks as a coaching staff, because I think it gets a little. People don't think this way. Like they think that these kids can practice all the way up to that first game.
Yeah,
but they can't. They only have so many days they're allowed to practice.
Yeah.
So they're not practicing for Clemson. Starting Monday through.
Yeah, whenever it
they
is.
only have 2 weeks, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So would you, as a coaching staff, would you rather have the 3 weeks to prepare for Clemson, or win that first game and then have whatever the 10 days or 12 days or whatever it is, the quicker of the turnaround to play Clemson?
I think I would rather have the quicker turnaround. I don't think you think about it as much.
Yeah.
I think you go in with your initial game plan is typically your best game plan.
Right.
And that's in anything, any life, whether it's coaching or not. Typically your first choice is usually your best choice.
Okay. I'm glad you clarified coaching, because I make a bunch of shitty first choices. I'm just going to tell you that. Remember that conversation we had about, the dirty girl kind of thing? Yeah, I make a shit ton of bad choices. Right. So
typically it is, though. I mean, your first game plan, you want it to be your best game plan because you're trying to pitch it. I know, when we get together, a lot of the coaches, we tell what we think we can do this week, or, we pitch that. Not a college coach. I don't know how they do things, but I would assume it's similar. The offensive guys, they have a scheme of what they want to do. The defensive guys, they have a scheme. The head coach takes both of them, creates their game plan. I want the quick turnaround. I want it fast. I don't want to have to sit and stew of, okay, we got this. Okay, what are they going to do?
Start out thinking the room.
Exactly. I don't want to be able to, I don't want to overthink anything. I want to just go play, And like I said, the difference between Ohio State this year and previous years, adjustments are made immediately.
Yeah.
Adjustments are made immediately. So you don't have that down 14 points right away, because adjustments are made. They're made as soon as something doesn't work, they change it.
Yeah.
They don't try it again and again and again and be like, okay, maybe we should change it now.
Yeah, on their defensive side-wise, we're starting out basic.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll add this.
Yep.
And if that doesn't work, then we'll do this.
Yep.
And drive 5, 4 or 5, we get.
Yep. And then, and offensively, it takes you, especially Saturday, because Michigan started throwing a little cover 2 in there.
Yeah.
So it takes you about half a quarter.
Can I pause you real quick on how about starting that game in with the week before, you have 3 lost fumbles.
Yeah.
In the opening carry, he fumbles the ball and it bounces right back to him. He runs for 40 yards or 30 yards.
Whatever it is.
So he fumbled it and it bounced right back to him and then he ran for 30 yards. So
yeah. Okay.
Continue.
So
onward.
You start out calling plays that can work in any coverage. A lot of curls, a lot of slants, stuff like that. Then you find out it's a lot of downs. Defenses do. They run certain coverage on different downs. Obviously, if you have a tendency to run the ball heavy on first down, they're going to play man to get more guys in the box. If you are, a tendency on second, whatever your tendencies are, that's what they play. So you have to think that way. First, you need to start passing the ball on first down to take those shots.
Right.
You can take those shots on first down because you're playing man. And I think that's the adjustments made. We were trying to, I think a lot of them, Ohio State were trying to run a lot of deep routes to start because we were playing man, and the crossing patterns didn't work because you're playing zone.
But it's such as far as coming out on the passing, because obviously Ohio State usually comes out running.
Yeah.
It's so hard, like in a playoff game, to come out passing with a sophomore quarterback.
It is.
Because he's jacked up.
Oh, yeah.
And if it's not an out pattern or something because
I don't even want it to be an out pattern.
Not even that. But you don't want to run a slant because it's probably getting overthrown.
Oh, yeah.
It's getting zipped.
I want to throw to try to calm them down, I'm throwing a bubble, I'm throwing a screen kind of thing to
either that
somebody,
or just if they're single deep, if you can move that safety to the one and just chuck one and just, hey man, burn it out, get it out of your
Get
system.
it out of your system.
Because that happens, because it seems like Justin Fields takes about a quarter while he continues to, because it seems like Chris Olave always has to jump for the ball.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah,
because never just hits him in the chest. But it seems like it takes him about a quarter till he calms down and stops sailing the ball on people.
Mm-hmm.
But I like that insight, though. I kind of think that way, too. Mm-hmm. That long, well, nobody ever beats him with this long game plan. I'm like, I think game plan probably done in 3 fucking days.
Exactly. I mean you can't take that long because you got to practice it.
Because at the other end of the, like what we just talked about at the beginning, that's a nice callback.
Nice.
On the recruiting window.
Yeah.
Because
half your coaches aren't there.
We got to sign we got 22 guys on average got to be signed this week. And if they're not signing, man, then they're not,
they're not coming.
You're filling them later.
Yeah.
But that's
that goes. Yeah.
Lot of shit.
It's a lot of shit that happens during that week. And I think it's kind of shitty that I don't like the early opening period, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think it does put I think it takes away from the end of the season. Like if you're a bad team and you're not in a bowl game, okay, I get it. But and don't get me wrong, if you're winning bowl games, you're recruiting kids. That's not the issue.
Right.
It's the issue of it's like they don't even respect that bowl game. You know what I'm saying? No. They don't respect it at all.
And everything revolves around the bowl game system. You can't do anything because of the bowl game system. And then they put the recruiting window there.
Yeah, I don't get it, and I think it's bullshit.
It's
to be honest
stupid
with
because there's always been early enrollees. There's always been kids that came in January.
Yeah,
and I mean, because this early signing is this year 2, 3?
Year 2.
So,
I think so.
So it's nothing.
Yeah, I think it's dumb personally.
It's stupid. It's too much. Keep it where it was because that was a massively huge day.
Yeah. Yeah, signing day was awesome.
Signing day was huge.
Oh, it was so awesome.
And now it's like, well, other shit's going on. I'm like, people are still talking about who's going to the playoffs.
Yeah.
And they're still bitching about who won the Heisman. And it's like, here you go.
Here's next year already. Yeah. I don't like it. I wish it was not as soon.
I love your verbiage there.
Thank you.
I care for it not.
Whatever.
Well, you're probably getting pretty close to needing to get out of here.
Probably.
Since you got a basketball game that you're playing in.
Yeah, that I'm playing in. Yeah, you got a pickup game.
Give the shout out to the friend that texted us the other day.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking on this shout out of on the down year.
Yeah.
On a hugely down year during the state finals for football.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. Good luck.
Good luck to that.
Good luck.
You probably don't need it. I'm sure next year will be another down year when you're in state finals again.
But good luck.
Good luck.
All right.
All right.
Whiteside.
Yeah.